Hello everyone, this is Vi. Today I'm checking out Pirates. This is a game I've not seen before, don't know anything about it. We're going to give it a playtest and see if we can give some useful feedback. I've got the game page open. It just says WASD for movement, escape to pause, and spacebar to attack other ships. And it mentions something about the browser version. I'm using the downloaded version on Windows here, so it shouldn't matter for us, but nothing else really to say at this point. I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of the overlay. I've not seen anything past this screen. So I guess we're just going to click on New Game. And this, I'm guessing this is a seed, which is what was mentioned, the thing that I skipped over on the game page about the browser version. It says something about a seed, so I guess that's a seed for randomization. Let me go ahead and mute Facebook real quick. Just in case I get any more of those. Sorry about that. Okay. Apologies. Let's go ahead and click on confirm. So it looks like it takes a bit to do anything, and then we have... Alright, so we're playing now. Well, this is odd. So I'm just going to assume that this is a bug because I'm assuming this is supposed to be a ship, and I appear to be inside of a landmass. The movement does not appear to really work properly, so maybe... Alright, there's a pause menu. That's nice to have on the escape key there. Save, load, save, and quit, exit to desktop. So I was kind of hoping for like a restart or something to that effect, because this is presumably somewhat randomized. Save and quit, maybe? Okay, and then I can click new game again. So I have to type this in again. It might be nice if it remembered. Let's see what happens this time. Alright. Yeah, okay. Oh, this is very unusual movement. Oh, the camera. The camera's rough. Okay. I would definitely prefer a more smooth scrolling camera over this sort of grid snap sort of thing. It's very abrupt. You also can't see very far in front of you, because it doesn't really like lead out in front of you very much, but yeah, that's something that could be nicer. Let's see. Collision with the landmasses seems fine. I mean, it's the edges are kind of chunky, so you kind of bump into those, but that doesn't seem to affect anything too greatly. So it's interesting, apart from the abrupt camera making everything a little hard to look at, you can see how, like, when I move around I make these kind of interesting, okay. It makes these sort of eased in turns, I guess you would say. But for some reason, some of the time it kind of turns almost instantly. Like if I go from holding A to press D, it kind of does like an instant turn. But if I go from D to W or W to A, etc., it does kind of this ease turn. But if I do it like really fast, it does kind of tight. I'm not really sure if that means anything. It's just kind of weird. How it kind of has attributes of sort of a gradual, almost inertia-based movement, but it does not actually, because you can also just kind of instantly change direction sometimes, depending on how you do the input. So that's kind of weird. I guess the space bar is supposed to be an attack of some sort. I don't appear to be doing any attacks that I can see, though. I don't think the mouse is doing anything. I see at the bottom, new small island. I wonder what this little icon is. I see at the bottom here, very small UI. It'd be nice if this was a lot bigger so I could kind of see it. Hopefully this isn't like, dependent on my screen resolution or something. I don't know if this was made on like a 720p monitor or something. I don't know. I'm running it in 1080p. But nice to be able to see this a little better. We have 200 gold. It looks like 8 food. Crew is 1000, so I'm not sure why there's 3 values for crew. I don't know what that means. I'm assuming because this last number is changing that it's like a a sort of a coordinate system for the world here. Interestingly, even though the camera has this kind of grid snappy effect, the camera apparently doesn't match this. This seems to depend on where you are, but the camera doesn't really line up with it. So it's kind of weird. Anyways, I'm gonna see if I can. All right, so yeah, you can. I can go here and then I can barter crew retirement. So I do have 200 gold. This UI is really hard to decipher. I guess everything's laid out vertically, and then I don't know what the numbers on the left and the right. Oh, maybe this is buy. But I would assume that would be at like a cost. If I click buy, that would be a cost. Like I wouldn't think it would cost 0. Also, there's 2 numbers in the middle, one on top of the other. I don't know what that means. 184 and then 0, 124 and then 0, etc. So yeah, this is really hard to decipher. So it could probably be laid out a lot more. No way, that's a lot easier to read, I think. We got trade down here, I guess. Okay, so these numbers are linked. We can. Right, okay, so that's making more sense. I don't know what the number in the middle is, but I guess this is how many the town has on the right here, and then this is how many I have. So if I click buy, then it moves this over here. Still really confusing in my opinion, just the way it's laid out visually, but kind of figured that out. So if I do this, okay, this number at the bottom I guess is a price. So this is going to be the net gain. So if I click buy, and then I'm going to lose this much money. All right, so we can figure that out. I'm still a little confused, I guess. Maybe this number will update, like if I buy. Well, I don't know. Like there's only 7 here, so I don't know what the top number has to do with this. Any of this. It's it's still a mystery to me. But it looks like we have some food. We only have 200. Oh, this must be a price then, right? Yeah, it's a price. Okay. Top number's a price. You could put like a dollar symbol. That would be nice. I don't know. Okay, the bottom number must be for the current transaction then. Like this is how many I have. But this is the current transaction. So even though I have 0 of these, like I won't necessarily always have 0 over here. So to know how much I'm working with, I have to look at that number. All right, so yeah, I think I figured this out, but as I said, a little confusing for sure. I also don't know what to do with these. I guess I could like buy them and then sell them somewhere else for more. Is that the idea? You're supposed to compare prices. 124, 180. Like I feel like I would need a pen and paper to keep track of this stuff. Let's try the crew button. Recruit $25. Regular, $75 veteran. Okay, so I guess we have different levels of crew members we can hire. I don't know what this does in the gameplay. Retirement savings. Do I type in a value here and then click save? Then there's a retire button. I don't know if I want to click that. Oh, all right, so exit, escape key, I mean, does not leave this. I just have to physically move away. So let's see. It is a little bit, I feel like, in addition to other changes for the UI, I think it would be nicer if this just kind of showed, maybe had some kind of menu that just kind of showed the barter menu by default. I don't know, maybe just kind of show all these things on one page, if that makes sense, rather than always having to like click through these buttons. So yeah, it looks like spices are cheaper here. So in theory, I could buy one of these, right? Now I only have 62 gold, but then if I trade them in at New York, I should make a profit. Woohoo! So, I don't know. Does the value change, or can I just keep doing this? So again, like every time I do this, I don't really want to have to click on the button necessarily to get into this. It's just like an extra step. It feels like 138 was, I think that's a little higher than it was, right? I didn't really commit to memory what. So I can't buy two. 138 now. Still 138. I believe this is the same. Still 138. Okay, so I could theoretically just keep going back and forth between these two locations like this and just do sell spices over and over again. What else is there to do? Alright, so it might be nice to have some more, another element of navigation, which is probably a little obvious, but you know, I don't know. If I keep going down, am I going to hit a wall? Are there other islands down here? I can't really see outside of the screen. So with everything just being open, it'd be nice to have like a little mini map. Places are 184 here too. So there's apparently two. New Cosmel 2. New Cosmel 2. Are these both? Okay, so there's two things here, and there's like a number 2 there. I don't know if that means something. Okay, so there's a wall down here. Oh, well, I can apparently exceed the limits of this wall. New Spain 1. So I'm not sure why there's two things here. Those spices are really cheap here. Buy them all. I obviously can't buy them all. I have money for that yet, but very cheap spices. But they have, of course, a limited amount, so although... Oh my gosh, look how much higher this is. Sell them. This is like ideal trading, right next to each other. So I can totally get all of these spices traded. But eventually we're gonna run out of... Oh, it went down, okay. Interesting, so these prices do change based on something. It must be, you know, some supply and demand element, right? Yeah, see, it's much lower now because they have so many, I assume. So that's interesting. But yeah, and this price went up now. But what I think is kind of interesting, I think, is that the price when you're in one transaction, even if you're going to buy like a massive amount or sell a massive amount, the price isn't going to change. So like the more, if you're trying to do this really simple kind of trading, the more you can buy at once might be advantageous, and the more you can sell at once to avoid the prices being manipulated between multiple transactions. I also wonder, do the crew prices change? Like, is there what's the idea behind hiring crew from different places? What, like, why would I hire them from one place versus another? I think the prices seem to be about the same for everything I see. So maybe that's just something that hasn't been fleshed out yet. I don't know. I still don't know of any way to shoot anything. There's a lot of other ships just zooming around. Oh, you can... Something happens when you collide with them. A spaced engage. They have 10 recruits. What do I have? How do I see what I have? Oh, okay, so something I noticed is that when you hit escape, it goes into the pause menu, but when you hit it again, it doesn't go out. It doesn't unpause, so you have to actually click with the mouse, I guess. Back. So that's mildly annoying. Wait, let me check the game page again real quick. Yeah, it doesn't mention anything. I'm not sure what the... I mean, I guess if you stop at a place, you can see what you have for your crew. Maybe not. Wait a minute. I feel like I remember. Oh, okay. At the bottom here, I was gonna say. I thought I remember seeing that somewhere. So at the bottom we have 10. So that must be what the 3 values are. The 10 must be the lowest level of the recruits. So I kind of forgot about that. So yeah. So what I noticed is like. It was only kind of by luck that I noticed when I sort of touched one of these that I saw like a little thing pop up. I would definitely make the colliders responsible for getting into these engagements. I would make this a lot bigger because it's extraordinarily particular. You just have to be like right on top of them. 10 recruits again. So I guess to more realistically attack any of these guys, I guess I would have to make some money and then get some crew. I do have enough to hire. Could hire some veterans actually. So with this, I have to like physically type in a number, which is mildly annoying. I think sometimes that can be nice if you know exactly what you want, but with the other UI, it was just kind of like click on buttons, like click here to increment up or click here to increment down, that kind of thing. I think it would be a good idea to stick to a consistent control method. So, once I'm kind of comfortable in my like position on the WASD or whatever, I don't necessarily have to move my hand position unnecessarily. Let's go ahead and hire like, how many of these can we hire? That's another thing. It would be nice if it showed like the totals, like it did in the barter screen, so I could see how much I'm going to spend. So I don't have to do the math. Would be nice. I'm going to go ahead and splurge on four veterans. I don't know how they functionally compare to the others, but I'm assuming they do better in combat. And I'm assuming I didn't see any other reason for having crew besides combat, I'm assuming, because it mentions the opposing ship's crew when you go to enter combat. So again, I kind of wish that like when I go into a menu like this, I could just hit the escape key to go out, but it kind of does this other menu instead. So it would be nice. But let's just try to like beat up someone. They all seem to have the same amount, so let's go ahead and... Alright, I got 109. Is there any sort of downside to this? Do I have some kind of resource that... At the moment I'm just looting. I would kind of... Oh, we do have a food thing. I haven't been watching it though, so I don't know if that's been going down. I think it might have been like a 7 before. Still not going down. Okay, just sailing around, I guess, makes that decrement. This is something I'm trying to make a lot more obvious, give more feedback to the player that it's happening. So that they know that something, something is happening with the food. Guess we need to buy... Oh, this place doesn't even have any. It's metal, lumber, sugar, and spices. So I'm just assuming that these are only for the sake of bartering for profit, whereas the food actually has a function for your gameplay besides that. And this is kind of sketchy, like if you don't know where to get food and you're starting to get low, and like these places, they just don't have any. Oh my gosh. Like, what do you do? Might be nice if you could get some food from combat, because I'm about to run out, and yeah, why doesn't any why don't any of these places have food? Oh my gosh. Oops, getting stuck there. Still no food, so I'm not sure what the deal is. Maybe, oh, here's some food, okay. Yes, we need the food. Please. Almost ran out, so that was scary. I'm not sure why food is so scarce in this world. like none of these towns have any food, oh my gosh. Oh, this has tons of food. It's only 5. I should have bought from here, what the heck? It's only 5. Just give me that food. Hopefully the food doesn't go bad. Wait. Oh, I clicked back. That is some cheap food, okay. Alright, 41 food. Alright, let's attack some more ships, because I don't know what else to do. 10 recruits. Attack 90. So yeah, I mean, this is kind of not the most interesting, the way you kind of engage with other enemies. I got 22. Just gonna do it, and there's not really, from what I can tell, there's not really any reason not to. As far as like, you don't have like hit points, or you don't, apparently you don't lose any of your crew. Can I just keep attacking the same person? Apparently I can, so that's kind of weird. This may just be like, you know, the game is obviously early in development, so we can't can't assume too much from what has been implemented yet, of course. Just kind of seems funny, I guess. Alright, so yeah, it seems like there aren't any ships that have any more dangerous crews, I guess, at this point, so that I can just kind of always attack and get something. Come here. It's kind of funny just attacking everyone indiscriminately, looting them. Alright, so we made some stuff. I'm not sure if there's much more of the game to see. I didn't really do anything with the retirement here. Retirement savings 3, and then if I click retire, what happens? Does it end the game and I try to live off of 380 gold or something? Are you sure you want to retire? This will complete the game. Okay, so I don't know, this is just like a I don't know, like a symbolic ending or something. Just do it to... Oh, but I think retirement savings, I'm assuming... Oh, okay, so it doesn't matter which place you go to. I retire. You retire with 1380 money saved. You confidently quit your life on the open seas. Your life of leisure comes to a sudden halt when you realize you ran out of savings. Oh, sorry, my cat's being noisy. You bounce around from menial jobs to begging on the street to on and off homelessness. You die prematurely, always wondering what if you just stayed a captain a little bit longer. Okay, so I don't know what the thresholds are for you know, getting the better ending or something. It might be nice to have some kind of idea of that, but I get what you're going for here. It's kind of cute, I guess. But yeah, so that's interesting. Obviously, there's, you know, a lot of stuff that feels very very early. I didn't see my name used at any point here. Let's see what gets generated this time. Oh my gosh, okay. New Cancun. New Spain. New York. Oh my gosh, look how long this is. Oh my gosh. Alright, so there's some funny stuff in the generation for sure. Probably a bit buggy, but new small island. I'm gonna try. We have the same. What happens? I still loot them. Okay, so it doesn't appear to even like necessarily be a fail state currently for for looting other ships. But yeah, you can see like, oh my gosh. Okay. Long string of islands. Oh, can I go over that too? I can't go over that. Why are they going over that? Oh, they're going right over the land. Okay. What happens if I go down here? It just keeps going indefinitely, I imagine. But yeah, you can see how you could create some interesting things in the broad framework of, I guess, the broad concept of the game here. It's fun, just the idea of just being able to pillage other ships and stuff, just because you want to, you know. But yeah, hopefully the video is useful. Excuse me, let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you in the next one.